Remember taking the ACT, the SAT, and all those other standardized tests we have to take? Many people will question, are these tests even helpful? Why do we have to take these? Well, it turns out these tests can be helpful, but they can also have some downfalls. I've taken over 15 standardized tests in my life through elementary school, middle school, and high school. I found them boring and annoying, yet helpful because they told me where I was compared to other students in the nation. All juniors in the United States must take the ACT in the spring, and this test shows them where they are compared to other students their age and where they need to be and what teachers need to teach. Even though this test is annoying, it can be helpful, just like other standardized tests. One good thing that comes out of standardized testing is it lets teachers know where they're at. It helps teachers know where they are compared to other teachers, what their students need to still learn yet. According to the United States Department of Education, teaching to a test eliminates useless classroom distractions and helps the students learn what they need to learn faster and keeps everyone on track. In another study done by Stuart Yee of the University of Minnesota, he states, well-designed tests could help teachers identify strengths and weaknesses in their teaching because of the results of the students, and that will help them know where all their students are compared to other students, so they know how much more of the certain subjects or whatever they're being tested on the teachers need to teach. Where students are compared to other students in America is how teachers can work towards getting better at their teaching and help making sure their students get through the curriculum. These tests can be very helpful in that respect, but they're not always taken seriously by students. Standardized tests are definitely not always taken seriously. In an interview done with John Brandt, a math teacher at the Reedsburg Area High School, when asked, do students take the ACT seriously? He stated, students do not take any standardized test seriously because they're not directly impacted with their grades. In another interview done with Jenna Bailey, a high school student at the Reedsburg Area High School who just took the ACT in February, when asked, did any of your friends take the ACT seriously? She said, no one takes the ACT seriously because you can just retake it. Why would I waste my time? So that just shows that students really don't care about standardized tests. They just mostly think of it as a joke. That's one downfall to them. But the students that do take these tests seriously, it has a great impact on, a very positive impact on. Standardized tests definitely have a positive impact on the students that pay attention during them and actually focus and try. According to John Bishop of Cornell University, he did a study on student learning versus standardized testing. He said that a student that can do a standardized test is 80% more likely to pay attention and learn the material in class if they know it's going to be on a test. Like, if one student knows that it's going to be on a unit test, let's just say, they will pay more attention because they're going to learn. And they need to learn it because it will affect them. Same with standardized tests. If students are told that this is on the standardized test, they're more likely to learn it because they need to. According to Angela Duckworth, a psychologist and an author, she states that standardized tests have a positive impact on student learning because they contribute to self-control. And self-control contributes to success. If one can sit through a standardized test and take it all the way through, they have self-control. So they're more likely to succeed because they can control themselves and they can focus and learn. All these things can have a positive impact on students. These tests can be positive for students because it makes sure they have self-control and they learn what they need to learn because they know they will be tested on it. But these tests are not always fair, so that's really unfortunate. That's another downfall to these tests, is the unfairness. For example, the ACT is given to 11th grade students. In 11th grade, by the time the students take the ACT in February or March, they are roughly halfway through Algebra 2. And Algebra 2 is the math that's tested on the ACT. So some students, the average student, is not all the way through the math portion of the ACT, and they don't know all of the math they need to know for this test. So that gives them an unfair advantage. That gives the students that are in an upper level math class an unfair advantage over the students that are in regular math. Another way that this standardized testing is unfair is the testing environment. Not everyone takes the test, like the ACT or the SAT, in the same room. It would be impossible. So some classrooms could be more distracting than others when students are taking the ACT. For example, when I took the ACT, my classroom didn't have lights on. They had one row of lights in the front of the classroom, so it was difficult to see. In other classrooms, all the lights were on. So the testing environment's just not always fair. Overall, standardized testing can have a positive effect on students. It can help teachers, but they're not taken seriously. And they're definitely not always fair. But they do eliminate useless things to learn in the classroom, like random scavenger hunts on a Friday afternoon. It would eliminate that. They eliminate that because teachers need to teach to the test. And it helps students maintain self-control so they can eventually become successful in life. These tests are not taken seriously and they're not fair, but those are just two disadvantages. These tests can be great and they can also be unhelpful. But does anybody know a better way to test student knowledge? Are standardized tests the best way? Or is there a better way? Thanks.